whenever you're ready.
Hello everyone, we are Group 6. Today we will talk about an athlete of legend. The people, his name is Henry Wanyok. Henry Wanyok is not only a marathon runner, but also a blind runner. Has anyone tried to run on the playground with your eye test? If you had this experience, you might realize that as a blind runner, Henry should in front of fear and trouble that he should conquer. Now let me introduce Henry Wanyok, the people who never surrender to his destiny. Henry is a gifted runner. His hometown is Kenya. Kenya is a country in Eastern Africa. In Kenya, most people living in foreigners, and many people work for little wages. And as everyone have known, athletes from Africa tend to perform well in sporting. That might be because they saw sporting could be a way of escaping foreigners. In Kenya, as long as they were holding a sports game in a village, the prize for the championship tend to some food or some daily necessity, which is rather precious in foreigners' family, such as Henry's family. So Henry saw this sport game as rare chance for supporting his family. In his childhood, he participated in a variety of race games and won a championship. Through every game he participated, he not only helped his family on financial assistance, but also accumulated experience in every race and boosted his running skill unconsciously. Filled with confidence, Henry began his dream of representing Kenya in marathon race overseas. However, his dream shattered when he was 20 years old. He suffered a stroke, but it seems that it's just a slight hurt. But everything went wrong on a certain morning. He woke up, but couldn't see any sunrise streaming in from the window. Soon he realized that he became blind in a night. Henry then turned to many doctors for help, but no one could tell him why he lost his sight in the night so suddenly. So desperate was Henry that he gave up running since then. Thankfully, it is not until he met Dr. Petra Marian did he find his dream back. Although Dr. Petra Marian couldn't revive his sight, but she helped Henry rebuild his self-confidence. Petra Marian, she asked Henry to escort a girl to a special school, and he asked Henry to do it by himself. Then Henry did it by his alone. The successful mission served as an important thing in Henry's life, because he learned that no matter what he became, he still has the ability to help others, just like a normal person. Next year, he admitted to Makato. Makato is an institution for blind. One day, Henry met Makato's principal. The principal invited Henry to jog with him every morning, but Henry rejected this chance because in Henry's heart, he didn't believe himself to run just like a normal person. However, the principal told Henry a story about a blind, successful athlete and encouraged Henry not to abandon his dream and he's talented in running. After that, Henry decided to give it a try and put on his running shoes again. Gradually, from everyday running jogging, he gained more and more experience and confidence. Even later, he registered many marathon races and won the championship again as before. Finally, in 2000, Henry fulfilled his dream by representing Kenya to participate in marathon race in Sydney Paralympic and won a gold medal. Even he set 2 new records in the process. Henry definitely a good model for we to run. However, if anyone thought that as a blind it is impossible to Henry to do anything without anyone's help. Even in race, Henry must need a guide to navigate the route. That is true. The next team member will introduce Joseph, who is Henry's eyes in every race.
Victory Despite Blindness is a biography about the legendary athlete Henry. The book is written by Joseph Nigonjeri. The book starts with a scene where Henry is pushed to enter a long-distance race as a sport. His main hope is to win at the end of the race. The book goes on to give the rural Kenya that you will rarely see anywhere. The young athlete grows up destined for greater things before he lost his sight. It takes a long time to start running again with the help of his guide Joseph. His tale of how he get the championship are both impressive and hilarious. Now I'm going to introduce you Henry's guide, Joseph Kibuja. The two were childhood friends, but Joseph was never interested in running. Instead of attending high school, Joseph became a carpenter, and Henry's still struggling to find a guide. He asked Joseph if he would train with him. At first, Joseph never thought he could keep up with Henry, and his family protested him that running could distract him from money-earning job. But Joseph, seeing his friend in need, decided to try. 2 years of tough training. The two have been inseparable ever since. They run together from Dubai to Beijing Paralympics. There is also an interesting story about Henry and Joseph. In Sydney, Henry and Joseph reached the finals of 5,000 meters. Joseph tells Henry that he has malaria and he couldn't run anymore. However, Henry still pushed his exhausted guide to the final with the help of the audience. but his win is a bitter one. They doubt that Henry is blind. After a day of examination, Henry finally was given gold medal. Nothing Henry achieved would be without Joseph's help.
Okay, tell us more. One more thing about Joseph. Or just anything.
It is a selfless job to be another athlete guy because the spotlight will never on you.
Is that all?
Yes.
20 more seconds to go. One more thing. Your comments, your observation on this topic. No, you have to. Tell us one more thing and I'll let you go.
The picture is Joseph and Henry training in Kenya.
Okay.
Want to introduce two organizations that got people in need. And the first one is Henry Woodrow Foundation. It was founded on March 29 in 2005. We all know Henry does a good job in the athletic world. Besides his athletic career, he has always given something back to the community, and he has participated in many charitable activities in Kenya, particularly to assist the poor persons with disabilities, orphans, and other less privileged people. He has delivered several speeches to inspire people to see the bright side. And in this picture, the shoes on the floor are donated by the public. They work to promote rights of orphans and also give care and support, education, formal and informal, for both physically challenged and able, like social support for the vulnerable groups in the society. And beneficial groups, orphans and vulnerable children, youth, disabled, needy families. And this is a campaign poster called Henry Woodrow Hope for the Future Run. It has been held for several years by Henry's Foundation, and they raise this game to break the gap between the able and disabled by completing various sports. They even give the equal rewards for both of the able and disabled. And this is in this year's Oscar. The second one is Seeing is Believing. It is a charitable organization launched by Central Bank in 2002. I want to introduce this because Henry and his partner Joseph have been ambassadors to elevate blindness in 2005. And this is their poster in that year. This organization founders think around 39 million people in the world today are blind, most of them living in the developing world. But in 8 out of 10 cases, blindness can be prevented or treated with proven interventions. So they have an aim of raising money to prevent and treat avoidable blindness. Its target is quite different from the Henry's Foundation. And this picture is they are celebrating 10 years of delivering affordable eye care to the communities around the world.
Okay, one more sentence and I'll let you go.
You can see there are 4 kinds of supports they hold.
Which 4? Tell us more. We don't really understand by seeing the pictures.
Running, driving cars. I don't know how those cars.
So what was the last picture?
Last. Listening to the founder's speech.
So it's not a contest. You just say there are 4 kinds of sports. Okay.
Now I want to introduce you a movie, Peaceful Warrior, which is similar to Henry's story. Have you ever seen this movie? Okay.
Tell the audience the Chinese translation.
Okay. If you want to find this movie, its Chinese title is 深夜加油站遇见苏格拉底. Have you ever seen? The summary of this story is that Daniel Man, he's an outstanding gymnast, but one day he suffered from a very serious car accident and his leg is broken. The doctor also told him that he will not play gymnastics anymore, and he is very frustrated and he wants to give up his dream. But when it's time, Socrates, he told him a warrior should not give up his dream. So he started to train and help him to compete the gymnastics again. This is Daniel Man.
he is the main character of this movie. He is a handsome guy, and he thinks himself have a wonderful life. He gets good grades in his school, and many girls like him. So he is just like a super idol in his school. And he is also one outstanding gymnast. He wants to win many compete, and he wants to get good grades in the Olympics game. But one day, he rides his motorcycle, and he drives very quick, and he hit on his motorcycle hit on another car, and his leg is broken. At that time, he thinks his dreams almost destroyed. He thinks he cannot play his love gymnastics anymore in the future. But that time, Socrates want him to continue his dream. And Socrates told him that the process is more important than the outcome. So he don't want to then to pursue a good grade, but in the process of his gymnastic game. And the Socrates is this old man. The most important thing she told them is the grade is not everything, and he wants them to live in the moment. And at the ending of the movie, Dan is competing, and he will do the final action of his performance. When that time, he hears Socrates' songs surrounding him, and Socrates asked him, "Where are you?" And then answered, "Here." And when is it? Then answer, "Now." "Who are you?" And answer this moment. And he starts to do the final action. And the action is very difficult. And he do perfectly. The connect between the two stories is that first, Henry lost his sight and then got a car accident, broken his leg. And second, Henry met Joseph, who changed his life to the light, then met Socrates. And third, Henry and Dan both defeat the difficulties of their lives. So it's a very good movie. You can get many inspiration of it. So if you have time, you can find it on internet or rent the DVD for look. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I will introduce other successful physically challenged people. Today I will introduce him, and you may know him. He is Nick Virgin, and this is his profile. an Australian Christian evangelist. That means he is a 传道者and more motivational speaker born with HR syndrome, a rare disorder characterized by the absence of all four limbs. Because of HR syndrome, he doesn't have four limbs. As a child, he struggled mentally, emotionally, and as well as physically, but came to a term with his disability at the age of 17. He started his own non-profit organization, Life Without Limbs, and he speeches worldwide, which focuses on his life with a disability and finding meaning in life. He also speaks about his belief that God can use any willing heart to do his work, and God is big enough to overcome any disability. Nick doesn't feel upset about disability. He has a happy life and humorous. He said he has a little chicken drumstick. He can use his little chicken drumstick to play drums. Let me show you a video.
I'm just joking. No, look, I have a drum machine up here, and so what it is basically, it's a pad, right? And it's like 16 buttons, and so each button represents a sound, right? So I'm not pressing play or anything like that, right? You see my foot? All right, it's like serious, okay?
That is his performance. He also likes exercise, like swimming, fishing, and playing soccer. He goes to everywhere he wants to go by his electric wheelchair. By knowing this, somebody almost forget his physically challenged people. Nick married in 2012, and his son was born in 2013. His son is a healthy boy. As Nick said, if I fail, I try again and again and again. If you fail, are you going to try again? The human spirit can handle much worse than we realize. It matters how you are going to finish. Nick choose a optimistic attitude to face his disability life. And sometimes when we meet problems, we may give up easily, but he doesn't do that. So he overcomes his disability.